Hello, Namaskar and welcome back to Sports Buzz with me, Deepika, your one-stop destination to all what is happening in sports in the country and the world. Let's start with the headlines. Coach O.M. Nambiar passes away at the age of 89. Legendary athlete P.T. Usha, Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur and entire sports fraternity mourns the passing away. Team India continues to shine in Junior World Wrestling Championship in Ufa. India packs 2 more medals, adding to its already existing number of 6 in the kitty. Indian table tennis player Manika Batra loses women's singles semi-final at WTT contender. Manika Batra lost to Russia's Elizabeth Abramyan. And Arsenal signs Martin Odegaard from Real Madrid. Odegaard will not be available for Sunday's Premier League match with Chelsea as he awaits visa clearances. Coach O.M. Nambiar, who trained the legendary athlete P.T. Usha, died at the age of 89 on Thursday. Under his guidance, P.T. Usha began winning medals at the Asian level, but his best move was making the sprinter switch to the 400-meter hurdles before the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics.
O.M. Nambiar, the man who transformed a village girl P.T. Usha into Asia's golden girl, passed away in Kozhikode on Thursday evening. He was 89 and is survived by his wife, 3 sons and a daughter. One of India's most famous coaches, Nambiar spotted P.T. Usha at a very young age in 1976 and soon began coaching her at the Kannur Sports Division. Union Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur condoled the death of Dronacharya awardee coach O.M. Nambiar. He tweeted, "I extend my deepest condolences to the family of Padma Shri O.M. Nambiar ji, who passed away on Thursday. He coached many prominent Indian athletes including P.T. Usha. His contribution to Indian sport will always be remembered." P.T. Usha took to Twitter to share a special message for her former coach. "The passing of my guru, my coach, my guiding light is going to leave a void that can never be filled. Words cannot express his contribution to my life. Anguished by the grief, we'll miss you, O.M. Nambiar sir." Under his guidance, P.T. Usha began winning the medals at the Asian level, but his best move was making the sprinter switch to 400-meter hurdles before the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics. And P.T. Usha almost came very close to winning an Olympic medal, missing it by 1/100th of a second. That transformed the sport in the country and inspired thousands of children to take up the athletics. Born in Kannur in 1932, Nambiar joined the armed forces and continued to pursue athletics. He retired from the Air Force in early 1970s, completed his diploma from National Institute of Sports in Patiala and joined Kerala Sports Council. Sports Desk, DD India.
Tokyo Paralympics is all set to kickstart from the 24th of August. India, that created history at the recently concluded Tokyo Olympics, is all set to etch history once again with its strongest and largest contingent for Tokyo Paralympics 2020. Mariappan Thangavelu will be the flag bearer at the opening ceremony, and the first batch has already reached Tokyo for the Paralympics Games. This and more in our next report on Tokyo Paralympics 2020. A 54-member Indian contingent arrived in the Japanese capital for the upcoming Tokyo Paralympics 2020. Competing in 9 disciplines, the Indian team comprises of Devendra Jajariya, seeking his 3rd Paralympics gold in the F46 javelin throw category, Mariappan Thangavelu, who won a gold in the last edition in Rio in the T63 high jump category. Let us have a look upon India's medal winner contenders at upcoming Tokyo 2020 Paralympics. Devendra Jajariya, javelin throw. Devendra Jataria is India's most successful Paralympian with 2 gold medals already to his name in the javelin throw event. He threw a distance of 65.71 meters to qualify for the 2020 Tokyo Paralympics. Mariyappan Thanguvelu high jump. Mariyappan Thanguvelu clinched gold in the men's T42 high jump event in the 2016 Rio Paralympics. He also went on to bag bronze at the 2019 World Para-Athletics Championships. Suhas Yathiraj Para Badminton. Para shuttler Suhas L. Yathiraj has been granted the quota in men's singles SL4 at the Tokyo Paralympics. The Noida GM is 2018 Asian Para Games bronze medalist and 2016 Asian Championships gold medalist in the sport. Pramod Bhagat, Para Badminton. The Arjun Awardee and world number 1 names to make history with a podium finish at the Tokyo Paralympics. He is the current world number 1 in the men's singles SL3 category. In 2019, Pramod bagged 2 gold and 1 silver medal at the IWAS World Games. He also won a gold and a bronze at the 2018 Asian Para Games. With most Indian para shuttlers ranked within top 5, the contingent is expected to bring back multiple medals. Singh Rajadhana, para shooter. The World Cup gold medalist will look to continue his fine form and clinch gold for India at the Tokyo Paralympics. Singh Raj heads into the Tokyo Paralympics with a chip on his shoulder and in form as he looks to topple some of the world's best on the way to gaining glory and the gold for country. If he manages to keep up his confidence, grit and determination, there is no stopping him from bagging the gold as he can pull off the biggest of surprises. Sports Desk, DD India. And now I'm joined by Para Badminton coach Gaurav Khanna in today's show to discuss on the upcoming Tokyo Paralympic Games. Good evening, Mr. Khanna, and thank you so much for joining us in our special bulletin, Sports Buzz. My first question to you, Mr. Khanna, is India is sending the largest contingent ever. Your thoughts on this, Mr. Khanna?
Sports is growing in India. SAI is giving full attention. We have government support, and you have seen our Prime Minister even giving sent off blessings to all the athletes. And with such of government involvement, the support from the sponsors, and also the encouragement from the society, of course, development of para sports is also mandatory in this stage. Absolutely. This has led to 54-member contingent, and I'm pretty sure that he will also come back with the historical medal tallies.
Absolutely. Mr. Khanna, how challenging was it to prepare for Tokyo Paralympics considering global challenges like the pandemic?
See, basically, I'm a badminton coach, so I can explain you much on badminton training. Of course, pandemic was a challenge for everyone, even the citizens, and everyone is suffering, whether from globally, from all part of countries. But since we have planned it before, and taking the instance of Spain, and learning from that, I was pretty sure that the lockdown could happen in Lucknow, because we were supposed to depart to Spain a few days back, and that our flight is cancelled because of this corona outburst. And at that stage, we got at least a 1 week margin. And in that particular short period, I have procured all the equipments from various companies so that we can do our strengthening. And similarly, we have managed an outdoor court also, because we were quite sure that all the institutions and sports centers are going to close. So that's why we have managed our training in outdoor, although badminton is an indoor game, but even with exposure of sunlight, mud, air, we could manage the practice. And that has helped us to have 7 athletes qualified in para badminton. And definitely we are going to do good there.
That looks like a great strength, and I'm now joined by Mohammad Shams Khan, paraplegic swimmer, to discuss on the same. Mr. Khan, thank you. Mr. Sheikh, thank you so much for joining us. How strong is the overall contingent looking like for the Tokyo Paralympics this time, Mr. Sheikh?
So I mean, this time it's really great team. Paralympic India is sending to the Paralympic Games. I'm very hopeful that, and we got the encouragement from so many people this time. So I'm sure the India is cheering and we are praising for Para, and we will definitely get a good result.
Absolutely. Mr. Khanna, coming on to you, how strong is the badminton contingent looking like, and how many medals can we expect from the contingent? Because badminton has been there doing fairly good so far, and considering the Rio Olympic Paralympics result as well.
See, if you consider all the BWF qualification events, at least in my tenure, since last 5 years, we have already won 337 medals, international medals in total. And that includes more than 100 gold medals. Giving outstanding performance in Asian Games, Asian Championships, World Championships before, badminton is going to make a debut in this Tokyo Paralympics. And having a contingent of 7 in which we have SL3 singles, men singles, we have out of the 6 in the world, we have 2 Indians. And similarly in SL4 men category, we also again have 2 from India, and that's a big achievement. You can understand, just keep an idea and just imagine, we have world number 1 player here in India, we have world number 3 player here in India. So with that strong put up and participation, we are definitely going to have a very strong presence, and I would wish that those who will represent the country there in Tokyo will definitely have a part of on the podium.
Absolutely. My next question is to both my guests, and first I would like to invite the answer from Mr. Khanna, that the government and especially the Prime Minister has been consistently supporting and cheering for Team India from here. How important it becomes considering the factor of mental fitness for the athletes? Mr. Khanna, first the answer from you.
See, so overwhelmed. We have such an active Prime Minister despite his very busy schedule, working since morning up till night. And he's the person that who's giving his full attention, and I have not seen any stress on his face. I have not even realized that he's doing it as a part of formality. He was interacting with every athlete. From badminton itself, there were 2 athletes, Parag Kohli and Parul Parmar. And the way PM sir has interacted our athletes, definitely it is going to give a motivation not only to the athletes whom he has interacted, but also the others. And as you have just mentioned about the fitness part, since Narendra Modi sir has become our Prime Minister, I have seen him insisting upon the fitness. Even the Khelo India scheme is his vision, and he has also termed the sports persons, that para sports person, as Divyang. So he is always treating all of us in a very positive way, giving the constructive vibes, and with that support, definitely India is going to be fit, and everybody is going to take an inspiration to be fit.
Absolutely.
And strong.
Mr. Shams, your thoughts on this?
I mean, I joined that meeting and I was listening live, and I truly agree that he was actually making all the athletes comfortable, even the parents. I remember when he was talking with Mariappan Sangavelu, and he was asking her mother also everything, and she was trying to express in Tamil, and he was asking that translator that please tell me what she's trying to say. And I mean, like, he was trying to make each and every athlete very comfortable. He was giving, like, I will never ever imagine that a Prime Minister can talk like this. I mean, he was very polite and very like a very friendly, and it was really motivating for me also. And I'm sure those who have listened and watched the videos, is absolutely stunning. I mean, he has raised the bar and raised the willpower of all the para athletes, those who are participating in Paralympics.
Absolutely. Mr. Khanna, coming on to you, India earlier had 19 para-athletes who participated in Rio Olympics, while this time it's a whopping number of 54. Your thoughts?
54 athletes and 9 sports discipline.
Right.
Sports is growing, medals numbers are increasing, and I could remember when in our childhood, we could see India even very difficult to exist in the list of medals. Even the participation was a big deal that point of time. Nowadays, we are not talking about participation. We are talking about medals, and that too gold. Seeing the Indian flag going rise. Having 54 medals, we are definitely going to have a very strong presence in Tokyo Paralympics. And now no one is looking at India as a weak contender. We are very strong medal contender this time.
Absolutely, and we are looking forward to more number of medals this time. Mr. Shams, how is India going to perform, talking particularly about swimming?
Yeah, so I mean, like, I can say truly about both the athletes. First of all, we are very happy that this time we got 2 quotas in swimming, and our swimmers Suresh Narayan Jadhav and Niranjan Mukundan is participating in butterfly S7 and other events also, 200-meter individual medley. So, because of pandemic, their practice may have got the affected, but I'm sure they was very good out of the pool. So I can see, I mean, like Suresh was going really good, and we can see. I will be very happy if they are going into the medalist, and if they are coming into the top finalist also. That is, I mean, a big achievement for India, because still you can imagine, like, worldwidely swimming was especially affected, and swimming pool was closed for some time. So I mean, like, I can say if they are winning the medal, that's perfectly fine, and I'm sure they will give their best.
And Mr. Shams, how are you cheering for the para-athletic contingent this time?
Yeah, I mean, like, we all are cheering. I'm connected with each and everyone personally also, and through the social media also. We are trying our best to cheer for them. Praise for para. We have a special, our Paralympic Committee of India has given a special hashtag Praise for Para. In fact, with the help of Jindal Group, we made a video also, Ab Junoon Jeetega, and I mean, like, we are trying our best to share across the social media and through personally and through socially also.
Absolutely. And Mr. Khanna, your message to the fans and the Tokyo Paralympics contingent?
The way all Indian citizens have given the attention to the Olympic, which has just recently concluded, the way the people have recognized the sports and encouraged the performance of Neeraj and everyone, the same way we expect your attention, your vision, your passion and your appreciation. Definitely we will be purely concrete on the expectation which you have expected from us, and come back with flying colors, keeping the Indian flag high.
Absolutely. Mr. Khanna, my last question to you is that this time the stadiums are going to be fanless. There would be no fans. How the badminton courts are going to behave, because would there be a drift factor in the stadium?
Drift factor, of course, I have taken the feedback from my colleague officials, which have already officiated in the recent concluded Tokyo Paralympics in Badminton Hall. But it's a part of game, because whatever the constraints are there, it's not only for our player, it is for the opponent also. So never to mention that, just make a plan and a strategy how to convert those constraints into the positive aspect, number one. Secondly, no fans there. Doesn't matter, because this is a corona pandemic, and I would appreciate the Japan or Japanese organizers in such a tough circumstances. They are organizing this event and giving us all a comfort zone. So definitely we need to cooperate them and don't expect any fans. And regarding our touch with the society, we have technology now. There is no constraint. We can talk to anyone. We can stay in touch with the media. We have social media very active nowadays. So it doesn't matter, fans are not there. It's good. We will be coming back with a number of medal tallies. That is sufficient for us, and that is so much of encouraging.
Looks like a bright picture. Thank you so much, Mr. Khanna and Mr. Shams, for joining us at Sports Bus today. Moving on, Shelly Singh is through to the long jump finals with the best jump across both the groups in her qualification round. Shelly's best of 6.40 meter in qualifications at World Athletics Under-20 Championship surpassed automatic qualification mark of 6.35 meters. With her 6.48 meter at the Interstate Nationals held in June, the 17-year-old Shelly is the fifth best jumper in the world's entry list. Earlier in the day, athlete Nandini Agasara qualified for the semi-finals of the 100-meter hurdles at the ongoing mega event, whereas earlier on Thursday, Rohan Kamble made it to the men's 400-meter hurdles semi-finals. And Shelly Singh is through to long jump finals in World Athletics Under-20 Championship. Moving on, Team India continues to shine in Junior World Wrestling Championships 2021 in Ufa, Russia. In the ongoing championship, Vipasha has clinched silver medal in the 76 kg weight category. In the final, American wrestler Kylie Walker defeated Vipasha on the basis of technical superiority. On the other hand, Simran, who won the bronze medal in the 50 kg weight category. Simran defeated Belarus wrestler Natalia Varkina by 7-3, while Sito defeated Turkish wrestler on technical prowess in the 55 kg weight category. Earlier in the men's freestyle, India finished its campaign with 6 medals, including a silver. And in football, Arsenal have agreed a deal with Real Madrid for attacking midfielder Martin Odegaard. He made 20 appearances across all competitions, with one of his 2 goals coming in the North London derby win over Tottenham in March. Odegaard joins Ben White, Albert Sambi Lokonga and Nuno Tavares as Arsenal's signings this summer. He will not be available for Sunday's Premier League match with Chelsea, as he is currently waiting for his visa clearances. The Norwegian joined Real Madrid from Stormkotset in 2015, but only made 8 league appearances for the Spanish side. He also spent time on loan at Heerenveen, Vitesse and Real Sociedad. And now let's take a quick look at sporting stories from international arena.
Tokyo 2020 organizers held a flame gathering ceremony days before the opening ceremony of the Paralympics. 3 separate flames gathered from 62 municipalities across the host city were combined into one during the ceremony. Earlier on the day, the Paralympic symbol was installed in Tokyo Bay ahead of the Paralympic Games scheduled for August 24 to September 5. According to the Tokyo government, the Paralympic symbol will be on display near the city's iconic Rainbow Bridge till the end of the Paralympic Games. Also known as the 3 Agitos, the monument is 23.4 meter wide, 17.5 meter long and will be lit up all night. And error-prone Naomi Osaka was stunned 3-6, 6-3, 6-3 by Jill Teichmann in the 3rd round of the Western and Southern Open in Cincinnati. World number 2 Osaka cruised through the first set and looked like she would make a short work for the Swiss wildcard. 12th seed Felix Auger of Canada reached the quarter-finals of the Cincinnati ATP Masters 1000 Series event after defeating 5th seed Italian Matteo Berrettini 6-4, 6-3. After an early exchange of service break, the Canadian took the opening set when he broke Berrettini's serve again in the 10th game. The Italian was playing in his first tournament since losing the Wimbledon final to Novak Djokovic last month. PSG manager Mauricio Pochettino says that Lionel Messi may be in the Paris Saint-Germain squad for their League One visit to Brest on Friday, although remained tight-lipped on whether the 6-time Ballon d'Or winner would finally make his debut. Messi is yet to feature for the French Giants after joining them for Barcelona earlier this month. Sports Desk, DD India.
And now let's take a quick look at cricket updates from around the world. The Board of Control for Cricket has released a new schedule for domestic cricket in which it has been decided to hold the Ranji Trophy early next year. Last year, Ranji Trophy was not organised due to coronavirus. But this time, BCCI is all set for the biggest domestic tournament of the country. The Ranji Trophy will be held from 5th of January to 20th of March next year. After the humiliating defeat in the Lord's Test, England's new and old players have gone awry after troubling Indian cricketers on the field. Now the coach and former cricketers have also started a war of words off the field. Former England cricketer Nick Compton has criticised Indian captain Virat Kohli. He said that Kohli is the most abused person. Earlier, England's head coach Chris Silverwood also attacked Team India. Former New Zealand all-rounder Chris Keynes is off life support and recovering in hospital after emergency surgery in Sydney for a heart problem. Chris Keynes, who was recently put on life support due to a heart-related ailment and his condition turned critical. The condition of Keynes is improving now. Keynes is being treated in Sydney and is recovering after being taken off life support. Well, that's all for now in this bulletin, but we will be keeping a track of all sporting updates from the country and the world for our viewers. Till then, please keep good care of yourself, stay safe and get vaccinated as per your schedule. Bye-bye.